Good afternoon. My name is Jackie Garcia Solano, and I'm going to share together with you today some strategies for developing listening and speaking skills. This is the course Materials Design. This is the agenda that we are going to work on today. We have the presentation, objectives, tips to design listening activities for face-to-face and online environments, recommendations to design speaking activities for face-to-face and online environments, conclusions and references. Resource presentation. This virtual learning object shows some tips for developing listening and speaking activities. Resource objectives. To present listening tips to be used in face-to-face and virtual environments. To strengthen students' learning in face-to-face and virtual environments, and to improve students' listening and communication skills. Tips for face-to-face environments. Listening materials should provide exposures to different types of listening: intensive, selective, interactive, extensive, responsive, and autonomous listening. Authentic materials. These provide learners with authentic audio materials and recording of natural speech. With this kind of material, the students can know and can get accustomed to the real accent and to the real expressions and idioms that American people or English-speaking people use on their daily basis. Asking questions and giving commands. In this case, the teacher can also use the body language to be understandable. Seeking clarification and checking comprehension. In this, students can use the material as a tool to seek for clarification, and teachers can use material to check comprehension in the students. So things like audios, like books, can be used by the teacher as an evaluation tool to see how much the student could get about the topic given. Tips for online environments. Listen to a conversation. In this case, the student can listen to conversations in order to get details or get general ideas about the audio or the conversation that he or she is listening to. Listen to a broadcast. Listen to an audio recording or podcast. This is a good opportunity for the students to get accustomed to listen to things that they produce in reality, that it is not a material that is used just for teaching fields, but also for the general use of the language. Listen to presentations or audiobooks. In this case, the teacher and the student will need the presentation or the slides in order to read and at the same time to listen to what he is reading. Watch a movie or series. This is part of the authentic material, and it is very useful for the student also to get real English. Speaking activities. Recommendations for face-to-face environments. Purposefulness, productivity, interaction, challenge, safety, and authenticity. In this case, the students can evaluate the production that they have in oral environments and in speaking activities. This also can challenge the student to give more and to make better efforts in order to be understandable and to communicate the ideas. Consider how learners prepare for the activity and what happens after the activity to know if they are understanding the commands given, and also to see how much they could produce after the speaking activity, if they got more fluency, if they could be understandable, if they could express the ideas. Accuracy, fluency, and complexity. In this case, it is useful to evaluate the accuracy and the complexity of the topics and how much the student can give and can produce in oral speakings relating to these tips. Dialogues, to interact with other partners or classmates. Role plays and presentations. Those are good activities for face-to-face environments for the students to interact each other, and also to test how much they can produce. Recommendations for online environments. Use stimulus, learners' experiences and opinions. In this case, it is very useful to get to know the opinions of the students in different kinds of topics, mostly in real context, topics that they use or in which they are in on their daily basis, and in that way they can express and they can speak freely. Making oral presentations, to choose a specific topic in any area of knowledge, and in that way to ask the student to do an oral presentation in order to correct and to know how much the student can produce and can give arguments about that topic. Informal conversations. The idea with this is that the student do not think that he or she is being pressured, but on the opposite, that she or he can express the ideas in a free way. And short stories, to create short stories. It is very, very useful to give the students specific topics so that they can know what route they should follow and what are the specifications they have to fulfill in the activities. Conclusions. The new technologies requires materials developers to revise traditional methods. Internet-based technologies provide facilities for developers and teachers to involve different types of listening activities. It is important to motivate learners to speak in English and give them the means to do it. Together we can. These are the references. And thank you very much for your attention.